I'm back doing videos. Where am I? I mean, I guess I never stopped doing videos because I still got raise take, but I'm back doing this. I'm back talking to y'all. I'm back talking to y'all. One reason why I'm back talking to y'all is because I'm tired of typing. I've really gotten really gotten tired of typing. Really gotten tired of typing. Okay. Um, because I've gotten tired of typing, but people still be tagging me in almost everything that goes. I appreciate that for you. I appreciate that too. I surely appreciate that. Anytime anything goes on in track and field, I'm tagged in it. And either I'm tagged in it, or it's sent to me, or they ask me what I think about it, or how do I feel about it, or whatever. And I appreciate that. I truly appreciate it. It makes me feel like my voice means something. Okay. So of course I said, you know what? It's track season. We're back doing everything. I'll go back to doing my videos instead of me all the time tweeting and texting and texting and tweeting. Okay. Now, so let's just get to it. Okay. Let's just get to it. All right. So, Grand Slam cuts down to 2 days. Okay. Instead of the 3 days, starting the one with the track meet they got coming up in Philadelphia. All right. Now, here's what I have to say about that. Okay. Um, it was not a bad idea. It's one of those things to where it was like, um good idea but bad timing. Okay. Actually great idea but bad timing. All right, let me tell you what, I'm explaining to you why. Okay. Now, Grand Slam, shout out to Grand Slam. First of all, I keep telling y'all the Miramar win, I actually enjoyed that damn track meet. I did enjoy that track meet, but the one thing I did not enjoy, that it was so long. It was 3 days. I didn't even watch it on just the third day. We are programmed as track athletes, unless it's a world championship or really that's it, or Olympic Games. We only have an attention span for track and field for really for 48 hours. After that, you're gonna start to lose a lot of us. Okay, so then it was like, then you had it on a Friday. Yeah, even if people want to watch it, they can't because you got it on Friday. But it is what it is. That was probably the worst day to put a track meet anyway. But so I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan of it being 2 days. Okay. Now here's the problem that I have with it. It's a little too late. You see what I'm saying? It's a little, pun intended. It's a little too late, but it's still a good move. Okay. Here's why it's a little too late. All right. As we all know, it's a startup, so we got to give them their chances. I mean, we all know how startups go. You're gonna have some hits and you're gonna have some misses when you have a startup. Okay. Now, but what you're trying to do, and it makes no difference whether it's Grand Slam or freaking Grand Coffee or Grand Salon who trying to do some nails. A business is a business, Jack. It all runs the same way. So what you try and do before you open is evaluate everything that will keep your P&L balanced out on the P side, okay? Especially in that first year, okay? Meaning everybody knows you're gonna go under, okay? But you don't want to go under from things that you paid out. You want to go under because nobody's buying your props, whatever you selling, or nobody's coming to your shop. You know what I'm saying? Or you're not selling. You want to go under because of that, because you need customers. You don't want to go under because you overspent. You see what I'm saying? Now watch this, okay? This is what I'm saying by that. Had they made this decision before now, guess what they would have saved? A lot of money. Because guess what I can tell you? Them distance runners was gonna run regardless. Like they was gonna come regardless. I feel very confident as a track and field athlete, very confident. For the amount of money that you are still giving at 50 grand, ain't no distance runner gonna complain. Ain't none of them gonna complain like, all right, well shit, 50 we'll still run for it. They gonna run proudly. They would have ran for the 50 in the beginning. They would have ran for the same 50 in the beginning. As you had said, we only ran one race, 50 grand. Them folks said, okay, cool. But what you did was, it was admirable. It was admirable. What you did was you wanted to share the pot and make it equal. Okay? You wanted to make it equal. Everybody get 100 grand. Everybody get 100 grand. Everybody get 100 grand. Now watch this though. But you also said something in your on your printout today that um about it, you're dropping it down to the 50K. But my thing is, we've all said that the Diamond League sucks, but the Golden League was better. Now, in the Golden League, the prices structure was different. It was classic and premier, meaning the sprints was always gonna make more money than everything else. Like it was never the same amount. Like that was never what it was. It was classic and premier. So the distance runners getting 50 grand versus 100 grand is the traditional way in track and field. If you actually want to know, it's the traditional way. Okay, we still a whole lot of damn money. Now, would it been a traditional way, you could have started out that way. Now you are. I ain't did the math, but now you are at least what somebody do the math for me, because they probably done lost what, like 100 grand already or whatever, 150 grand, something like that, because they've only had two, so they've only had to pay out like double. So they've been double on the last two, so they paid 100, yeah, 100 grand. So they out of 100 grand right now, right? Which don't sound like a lot. It's out of 100 grand, but it's still out of 100 grand to where this decision could have been made, because you listening to the fans. You could have asked us in the beginning. Would have told you give us 2 days. We never wanted three. Why do we have to tweet and tell you that we didn't want the three? Like we could have told you that before you wasted the money. We could have told you off the rip. We 200 grand. Okay, well, yeah, you don't waste the 200 grand. It's okay. Appreciate that track talk news. 200 grand. You don't waste it in your first two. What, then I had two track meets. So your first two track meets, your first two appearances, you've lost 200 grand. Now, what I mean by lost 200 grand is you already had the profit that you was gonna pay out no matter what. You could have kept that, and y'all understand. So we ain't gonna spend too much more time on that. But so now you gotta get into the fan side of it, okay? From the fan side of it, there's people already complaining like, my ninja, come on, baby, inflation is still real. These hotels ain't cheap. These plane tickets ain't cheap. You just now want to tell us that you gonna pull the plug on a day, or you gonna give me my money back? Meaning like I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like that's an inconvenience to fans. So fans ain't gonna like that. I'm telling you now, fans ain't gonna like that because it's inconvenience. It's an inconvenience because one, now you playing with the money, and two, you playing with, these are like, the fans that will complain about this are the true fans, okay? We're not talking about us, all right? We're talking about the people that are spending the money to go to the Oregons, to spending the money to even, they're complaining about paying for things that they're not going to get now, which is, you told me you're going to give me a race on Sunday. Those are real fans. I'm not saying that we aren't real fans. We watch it on TV, but those are fans you don't want to piss off, okay? Because those are the ones that's actually spending the money. So if you messing up their money, that's just not a good look. That's just not a good look, okay? That's just not a good look at all. Now, going forward, do I think this would be more beneficial? Of course, because watch this though. They wasted 200 grand, but this move is gonna make them that 200 grand back in one track meet. Really, they'll make it right back. Because also, I'm not just gonna bash them. I'm not gonna bash them. Here's where they saving money at now. Now that hotel that they was gonna pay an extra night for all the athletes, that ain't there no more. You're not getting that no more. Okay, so we've been cut costs right there. All the food that we had to pay for that extra day, we just cut costs. All the security, the transportation, everything that we had to pay for out that first day, we just cut costs. So when you really look at it, it's like they wasted money, but they're still gonna cut costs to get it back. But if you had did this from the beginning, you would have just been making money. See how that go? See how that go? So kudos to Mike and them. I personally think that it needed to be done. Yeah, man, you gotta cut that thing down. You gotta cut it down in 2 days. You gotta cut it down in 2 days. And them 2 days got to be Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, I'm all for that. I'm all for that. 100% for that. I hate that it had to happen this way, but I'm all for it. Shit, hey, man, shit. If you gotta cut that thing down to just prime time, cut it down to prime time. Far as I care, just make sure these folks getting their money. See, that's all I ever care about. Hey, these folks getting their money. Hell yeah, man. Cut it down to, if you want to listen here. Longer these athletes is getting that money, man. Do what you want to do, man. Cut it down. And people gonna not be, people gonna be upset. You know what I'm saying? People gonna be like, dang, I wasted my money. Well, yeah, it is what it is. Like somebody said in the comments, like emojis saying, it's called growing pains. You know what I'm saying? It's called growing pains. So, but at least they made the decision. Okay, I'm back now. I had to move stuff around. Now, here's the other thing though. Now, I hate that they did it at this track meet because again, when you think about Penn Stadium and Philadelphia, you have some people who actually love track and field in that area. They love track and field, which is why these folks are mad that they missing a day. They love track and field in that area. So I don't think that this was the area or the meet to do it at. I think you should have at least kind of honored this one and took the, bit the bullet and then did it the next week, okay? And announced it at the track meet, like, hey, y'all, check it. We got an announcement to make right here live. This the last one we gonna do of 3. Starting the next one, we gonna be 2. Cause now you're giving people time to adjust to that. Like, oh, okay, well, shit, man. Well, let me call these people. Hey, man, I ain't gonna be there. Hey, let me get week up, man. That's a little. That's a little. It is what it is. It is what it is. You probably should have gave these folks a little tad bit longer of a warning. What was it? It was something else. It was something else that I liked, but I didn't like about it. It was something else. I talked about the fans, talked about the pin relays, talked about the money, talked about. I think that was it, y'all. I think that was it. I think that was everything I had to talk about Grand Slam. Again, I'm a fan of the 2 days. I'm not a fan of the 2 days. The way that it came about being 2 days, I think it could have been done differently. But yeah, I'm a fan of 2 days. 2 days is a whole lot better. Was there anything else? Mike, the 2 days, the fans, nothing else had changed about it. Yeah, none else had changed about it. Yeah. Wait a minute. What the hell? I don't know. Okay. Trying to make sure. Yeah, that was it, man. Tell me what y'all think about the new. Yeah, tell me what y'all think about it. Y'all a fan of the 2 days? Y'all not a fan of the 2 days? Y'all. Do y'all hear me? Hold on. I had to turn it off. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. I had to turn it off. All right. So, like I was saying, hold on. I'm gonna turn my Bluetooth off. That thing connect. As soon as I get in the car, it's hot. Okay, now y'all can hear me. Okay, like I was saying, damn, which part did y'all not hear? Did y'all not hear the part where I was like, I still think it's gonna fail, but it's a good idea to the 2-3 day meets? Or y'all tell me what y'all think? Or the part I said I still think it's gonna fail. I'll just pick up where I was at with that part then. I still think it's gonna fail, okay? Not hating on them, like people like to think and say, I still think it's gonna fail, all right? And the only reason why I think it's going to fail is because I can only look at things from the lenses of a business perspective. No, I don't know none of their numbers, none of that shit at all. But I can only look at it from a business perspective, okay? And it's an easy question, and it's a common sense question that anybody could ask, and we keep asking it. How are you going to sustain paying out all this money if no money is being generated? That's that P&L. That's that profit and loss sheet. How are you going to be able to sustain if you continuously push out money but don't pull in no money? And what I mean by that is we can count up. Somebody in the chat, give it to me right now, because I know one of y'all can do the math real quick, real fast. We done had 2 good Grand Slams. Somebody give me just a rough estimate of how much they paid out in prize money already. And after you give me that, I'm gonna give you another number to add on top of that. Okay? I need that number first. I need somebody to get that number. Well, give me that number, how much they've approximately paid out, because y'all can go do the math on the calculator and figure that out. The other thing I want y'all to do is I want y'all to go count the number of racers that they have and multiply that times, we'll just say a nice round $100,000. And then give me those two numbers. And then once I have those two numbers, I feel more confident that I can evaluate and say if it will fail or if it will not. I need those numbers though, because 100 grand 10 times $1 million. That's what I can tell y'all. 100 grand. I don't know how other way you gonna count it, but 100 grand is, well, I know that. Listen here, look here. They got streaming money, okay? Okay, they got streaming money, but there's still, watch this right here. There's still a company behind that, which again, they're investing money too. So guess what? They're gonna look at from the streaming side, their profit and loss even on the streams. That's why it's like, either way it go, it's going to go back to everybody's P&L. Everybody's P&L. That's it. Okay, hold on. Today. Ooh, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. Aaron, I'm gonna get back to that answer. Today, as I sit here right now as a past master, as I sit here right now as a black man, you would be surprised. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. Trust me, I consult with a lot of people. You would be surprised how many millionaires and billionaires make horrible decisions. You would be, when I tell you, you would be surprised how many people, even up there, will make horrible decisions. Trust me. First of all, y'all know I'm personal trainer. Y'all know that. That's what I do for real. Trust me. There are people that are up there with the same amount of people that there's federal judges that I know, and people that came like, that was a dumb decision I made. That's how I've learned. I've learned from their mistakes. That's why I'm like, that shit might not work. Why? Because I remember when my judge friend was talking about when he opened up that iPlex down there in Houston, and he said, Ray, I lost over $100,000 in the first quarter, and here's why. Because it's all the same thing. like these folks losing money is losing money. So that's what I'm saying to that answer today. Like, you can sit down and think all of that, but until it becomes a reality, you never know if it's gonna work or if it's gonna fail. Anybody tell you that, no matter what it is, if you got an idea for this, or you gonna open this store, you gonna start this dang on new this, that, until it's there, you really don't know if it's gonna work or if it's gonna not. Because there's been some things, like, watch this right here, I'm gonna educate y'all. There's been some things like the goddamn chia pet. Chia went crazy. Who would have ever thought? You see what I'm saying? So, and then there's been some things like some supreme ideas that didn't go nowhere. So, you know what I'm saying? You gotta look at this. So, like what Aaron said, it's been $1 million that they paid out so far. Okay? Whew. So that means they're gonna pay out another $1 million. So that means they're gonna pay out about $2 million already. Okay, they're gonna pay out about $2 million. Now, here's what y'all would really have to do. Hold on. All in the game. You're missing the point. Listen to me what I'm about to say to you, all in the game, and what I'm about to say to everybody. Chump change to a business person, still, I don't want to lose that. I don't. I don't give a damn if it's chump change. See, here's what y'all gotta understand about business people. It's not about the money, okay? We don't care about the money. Oh, we care about the money, but it's not about the money. It's really the game of being an entrepreneur. It's the game of business to not lose. So it's like, yeah, it might be chump change, but if I lose it, oh shit, man, now I'm mad. It ain't even. It's not about it being. It's not about the money. Okay, I've lost chump change before, and like, god damn, hot about that still. So y'all can't look at it that way, because again, ain't nobody trying to lose nothing. Okay, now, in order for you to do a proper evaluation, I'm gonna help y'all out. In order for you to do a proper evaluation, they give you all the information for you to go and check. You can literally go and pretty much guesstimate what they are spending out right now, okay? Because all you got to do is go. Well, I'm gonna help y'all out just so we can play some business stuff right now. All you got to do is go to the website, right? Look at every racer they got on there, okay? And once you look at every racer, you write that number down, all right? Write down a number of races that they have, okay? Now, once you write that down, your first thing is go find out where they stayed at, all right? As in what hotel they stayed at. And then you're going to write down 3 nights at whatever their price is, okay? Put that next to it. And then you're going to have to do just a little more research, okay? You're going to have to go and find where every one of them are flying from, especially the one that went to Kingston. Now, when you find out where Messiah Russell go live at, all right, you can get on Google and Google can give you an estimate. Then look at how much them tickets cost to get them there, okay? Now, once you did that, take every one of those athletes and go with $100, $200, $300, okay? $300 is $100 a meal. I'm just going per athlete because they're gonna probably feed them a whole buffet. I've been to at these track meets, okay? So just stay with me. I'm giving y'all all the numbers, right? So after you have all of that, now do a double up on the room because they're not sleeping in the room with their coaches, all right? Put that part together, all right? Now, after you get that, add another room. Why? Because those racers are bringing somebody. Okay? All right. So stay with me on these dollars now. So at that point, take that. Now you take what they paying out to the racers and what they paid out to the competition. You're going to hit $1 million easily in like no time. You're probably even going to stretch out to damn near $1.5 million in no time. And I say in no time. In one track meet, them people probably already done coughed up over $1 million. Over $1 million. Easily. Okay? Easily. Now watch this right here. Track Talk News. Here's what I tell you. That's what they're gonna tell y'all. But we ain't gonna go there. All right? So, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that's my whole spiel on how I felt about the new change that they got. Love the new change. I am a fan of the new change. My only thing is when you see small things like this that could have been avoided early, it's like, what? Dang, okay, I'm gonna have to go check that out. Wow. Hey, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I gotta write my folks back, man. God damn, what y'all do? I take that back, yep. I got one of them Twitter things too. Damn sure did. Damn, they had suspended me for a whole week. I couldn't post for a whole week. I had said something crazy though. I had said something like, not like on the real terms of killing somebody, but you know how I be talking. I had said something like that, and they said it was hate speech, and yeah, them folks blocked me too. I forgot about that. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, that's it. I hope that that was what I was about to say. I hope that they start to figure out ways sooner to cut losses, because I want to see them around. I do. I don't look here. Just because I say just because I say when I be looking at it like, man, I think they might fail, does not mean I want them to fail. I want them to stay around. Matter of fact, I want them to stay around forever. Don't go nowhere. Why? Because some of us gonna start training athletes just to get in the Grand Slam. It's like, what are you talking about? We do not want you. That's why, look, Grand Slam, Mike, baby, listen, at least rate, all right? When I be talking, I be like, look, man, I think this ain't gonna work, that ain't gonna, man, that advice be me coming trying to tell y'all, like, look, just look into that shit, okay? Just whatever I'm saying, just entertain a little bit of it, all right? Go talk to your people, because I don't want y'all to shut down. I want y'all to be around forever. You know how much money these folks paying out? I'm talking about, look here, I will start training kids and athletes just for Grand Slam. Because you know what? I used to tell my athletes all the time, look here, check it. When I train them in track and field, I tell all of them the truth. I'm like, listen here, don't quit your day job, all right? I train a lot of track athletes. I say, don't quit your day job. It's not enough money in it. It's not enough money in it. It ain't worth it, none of that. Train for championships only, okay? That's what I tell them all the time. I say, train for championships only. With this type of money? Nah, baby, we training for Grand Slam. Come on, hell no. We train. Quit your day job. Shit, we getting in the Grand Slam. Quit your day job, baby. So I'm a fan of it. That's why I keep telling y'all. Come on, baby. Let's get this shit together now. Don't go nowhere. All right? I'm out of here, y'all. I'll see y'all folks later. I actually need to go to the damn gym. I ain't did live on here in so long. How I cut this one off? I'm usually on StreamYard.